Come here. I'm going to let you in on a little secret on how I'm able to eat whatever I want to and maintain my 150-pound weight loss. So I went out to eat last night and I took pictures of my plates of food on social media, and immediately I started getting inboxes from people saying, I don't know how you eat like that and stay so skinny. And it got me thinking, we really do not talk about weight maintenance enough. And we're going to change that because we're going to talk about it today. My name's Coach Kathy Richardson. I lost 150 pounds and I'm keeping it off. And I'm doing that by implementing 5 strategies, and I'm going to teach them to you today because I want you to not only lose your weight, but I want you to maintain it too. And you know, all those inboxes really got me thinking. We put so much focus on losing weight and how to get healthy and all of this, but then we never talk about the destination. And I wonder if that's because most people either don't arrive to their destination or they stay there for like a minute and then they're just constantly chasing that scale up and down. That's what I call the crazy train, and it's my job to get you off of it for good. We're going to leave that train right at the station because we're not riding that anymore. And did you know that 95% of people who attempt to lose weight or do lose weight are going to gain back all of their weight plus a little bit more? And that's a statistic that's a little scary, and that we have the power to change. When we know better, we do better. And this does not matter, guys, if you're doing this the natural way, as some people like to refer to it, or if you have had bariatric surgery like myself. And guys, don't think because I've had bariatric surgery that it's just a free pass that I can do whatever I want and eat whatever I want, whenever I want, as much as I want, because that's not how bariatric surgery works. And just like 95% of people who diet will regain all of their weight back, up to 80% of people who have bariatric surgery can gain back all of their weight as well. So don't think that it's just a magic cure. That's probably one of the biggest misconceptions, but that's another video for another day. So whether you're just beginning your weight loss journey, whether you're far into your weight loss journey, or whether you have begun maintenance, this video applies to you because there's no point in getting to your goal weight if you don't know how to stay there. So here are my top 5 tips on what we're going to do. Number 1 is what I like to call my secret sauce. I get asked all the time, Coach Kathy, you know, what's your secret? What's your secret? Well, there really isn't a secret, but I will tell you my formula. And it's time plus consistency equals results. This is going to take time. You're going to have to be very consistent. And if you are, and if you do, you're going to see results. This is going to happen through forming healthy habits and unlearning unhealthy habits. Both can be done in as little as 21 days. So the second thing is going to just remember that if it's fast, it doesn't last. You'll probably hear me repeat myself sometimes with little sayings like this, but it's because I really want them to just sink deep into your brain, and you're going to remember when that scale doesn't move for 1, 2, 5, sometimes 6 weeks or more, that's okay. Because if it's fast, it doesn't last, and slow is the way to go. Never forget, it took me 4 years to get here, and I will be in maintenance for the rest of my life. The work is never over, but it's up to you how you want to do the work. So tip number 3 is be prepared for the long haul, because this is for the rest of your life. Just like my journey is never over, neither is yours. You're going to determine how much time and effort you want to put into this. And if you want to be one of the 75% of Americans who are obese or morbidly obese and who regularly gain 5 to 7 pounds a year, that's your choice. You know, I'm not your babysitter, I'm not your gatekeeper. But if you do want to lose your weight and keep it off, just be prepared that the things that I'm going to teach you are going to be sustainable and doable long-term, because you are absolutely in this for the long haul. And so tip number 4 is fail to plan, plan to fail. You can't just willy-nilly do this. There has to be strategic, intentional methods, and I absolutely am going to teach those to you. But just know a plan is required. You know, we didn't send men to the moon without a plan, and we don't even send our kids to school without some form of a plan. Everything requires methodology and planning and pre-planning and strategy. Anything good does anyways. Some people might be lucky enough to just wing it, but really a plan is necessary. So that does not matter if you're just beginning your journey, or if you're just beginning maintenance, or if you're at a plateau for the last year or so. There needs to be a plan on how to move forward. And the best doable, sustainable, long-term plan is the 80-20 rule. If you haven't checked out my video yet on what the 80-20 rule is, scroll down through my videos. It's probably halfway down, and it's a big one. I share that all the time on social media on a daily basis, and I'm getting great feedback about it and from other people who implement the 80-20 rule and see awesome results. And it's because of the 80-20 rule, that's exactly why I can eat what I ate last night. And I'm going to post pictures so you can see that that's just something that's normal for me. I'm a foodie. I always have been. I always will be. I do freelance food reviews on the side. But again, if I don't have a plan on how to do this in a methodical way that is going to keep me in maintenance and not draw me away from my maintenance goals, and it's going to put me back into needing weight loss goals again, then what's the point? So that's why it's doable, it's sustainable, and I want you to watch that 80-20 rule. And long-term, looking ahead, you are in the driver's seat. I might become your weight loss coach, but ultimately it's you who makes all those decisions every single day. And you need to decide how far you want to go. Do you want to just lose a little bit of weight? Are you to the point where you are considering bariatric surgery and need to have those conversations with your surgeon and a doctor? And are you already a bariatric patient who's had a phenomenal amount of success and now you need to consider plastics? For me and on my journey, which is my very first video, if you want to see exactly how I lost 150 pounds, scroll down to the very beginning of this channel and I'll tell you, I tell everything. I tell it like it is. But you decide how far you want to go. For me, I wanted to go all the way. I wanted to not be content with just being a little bit overweight. I wanted to be a completely healthy weight that was sustainable and that would help my MS, that would help my one kidney that I have now due to a previous cancer. And I wanted a body that I could be comfortable in and that could do all the things I couldn't do when I was morbidly obese. And that requires being able to know how to maintain it. And guys, if there's any little advice I can give you, it's if your method is not sustainable, your results will not be maintainable. Anybody can lose weight, but not anybody can keep it off. Not just anybody. And it's because of those 95% regain and 80% regain statistics that we know this is true. So let's get off the crazy train. Let's learn that 80-20 rule. Let's know that this isn't going to be fast. Let's know that it's going to take some time and it's going to take a whole lot of consistency and that you are going to be able to eat whatever you want, but with a little bit of guidance and boundaries. You know, guardrails on the side of the road, they're not there to be a buzzkill and so, you know, you don't have a good time. Those guardrails are there to keep you from going off the cliff one way or the other. And that's what this 80-20 rule is. You guys know my methodology. If you've watched my videos at all, you know I'm not all about restriction. And for like 95% of the population, extreme restriction just doesn't work. So if we are going to be able to enjoy foods that we love, because remember, life is too short not to eat the foods you love, but we got to make sure the foods we love do not make our life short. So by doing things like the 80-20 rule, it's going to help us sustain our journey with pleasurable food so that we enjoy, because 80 plus 20 equals 100. I want you enjoying your food 100% of the time. So with that, I just want an update. You know, I'm 3 weeks post-op now of having some skin removal surgery. But most of you are only knowing what I look like right now after losing 150 pounds. So let's take a little trip back in time, shall we? Enjoy these pictures from my past. I've got a few side-by-sides and just know this is possible. This is doable. You can do this. There's nothing special about me or my methods. It just took time and consistency and a doable plan. So with that, I hope you enjoy these pictures and we'll see you next time. Bye.